What is going on, everyone? Yvonne here. Now let's be real. Most people use HighLevel to capture leads, to reach out to them, and make sure that everything is under one roof. However, for a lot of people, when you ask them basic questions like what is your close rate, what is your conversion rate, and stuff like that, they have no idea. And as my very first boss told me, what doesn't get measured doesn't get improved. And the best part is that HighLevel already has many different tools to measure different attributes. And that's why in this video, we're going to be breaking down KPIs and how to track them within HighLevel. And by the end of this video, you should be comfortable on building your own KPIs within HighLevel's platform so you know exactly what is going on under the hood. Now, one quick thing before I get started here, I am going to be sharing my screen. So if you guys do want to follow along or even try out the platform for yourself, feel free to check out the link down below in the description. Now, once you guys click on that link, it's super straightforward. All you need to do is press the 14-day free trial button, type in your company name, your name, phone number, email, stuff like that. Select which plan you want, enter in your credit card information, click this little box, and you'll be ready to go. And don't worry, if HighLevel doesn't do what you wanted to do, you can always cancel the trial without paying a single dollar. But once you guys do launch your free trial, here's how your user interface is going to look like. Now keep in mind, when it comes to HighLevel, there are going to be two sorts of features. There's going to be the agency features, and then there are going to be features for specific sub-accounts. Now, when it comes to agency features, it's exactly as it sounds. So if you're running a marketing agency and you want to figure out exactly on how many clients you got, how much they're paying you, who you're reaching out for in order to manage them as a customer, bam, that's exactly where you're going to be spending majority of your time in. However, if you're using HighLevel for your own specific business, then you're going to be spending most of your time within the sub-account features. So sub-account features are going to be for a specific business. And marketing agencies also use these, but they use them in order to actually manage the marketing efforts for a business that they're working with. And in order to switch between the agency and the sub-account features, it's quite straightforward. All you need to do is press on click here to switch button, click on the sub-account, and you're ready to go. And then there are going to be a ton of different features. So there's going to be dashboards, conversations, calendars, contacts, opportunities, payments, so everything on the CRM side of things. But then there's also going to be AI agents, marketing, automation, sites, memberships, media storage, reputation, stuff like that. Now for this video, we are going to be focusing on KPIs. So we're going to be spending majority of our time within dashboards. Now, when it comes to a dashboard, think of it as your centralized source of truth. Here, we can see all the opportunities we got across your different pipelines, our specific conversion rate, our funnel, and where each specific deal is actually at, stage distributions, tasks, manual actions, lead source report, Google Analytics, and so on. And if you're just lost in the weeds and you're not sure what's going on, you can always actually ask the AI bot right over here, and it's going to tell you exactly what is going on and give you the summaries behind each specific thing. Unfortunately, we also have a 0% conversion rate just because this is a brand new account. We don't really have customers. It gives us a date here. Then it also breaks down the funnel, stage distribution, sales efficiency, lead sources, Google Analytics, and manual actions. And if we have specific questions, we can always ask the AI platform and it's going to give us an answer. However, where does it actually get information from? Now, all this information is going to live inside of these widgets or specific boxes. And if we press on edit dashboard, here's where we're going to find them. So in order for us to add an element, or in this case, a widget, and when it comes to the widgets, we can go ahead and scroll down and see different categories for specific widgets that are available. And if we like a certain one, for example, within opportunities, there's going to be the one for open opportunities. Let's go ahead and click on that one. We can name the title however we would like, select a specific chart type. So for example, currently it's set in a numeric, so it's only going to give us a number of specific open opportunities, but we can also make it a pie chart, a line graph, or a bar graph. And if you want to specify certain conditions on what you're hoping to add, go ahead and go to the conditions column right over here. And currently it has a specific filter by status. So if status is open, then it's going to pull up a specific opportunity. And if we want to pull up a business within a specific niche and narrow down even further, we can go ahead and press this "and" option. Now, pretty much what this means is that an opportunity now has to be open and be within a specific niche. And the way we can set it up is if we press select here, we can filter by tags, or if you have a specific pipeline for different types of businesses, for example, a healthcare pipeline or a manufacturing pipeline, we can also select that as well. And now if we're filtering by a status and a tag, it's going to need both of them in order to actually pull up. And once you're done here, you can go ahead and press save. I currently don't have any tags, so it's not going to work for me, but I'm going to throw this away. We can go ahead and press save, and now it's added right over here at the bottom. And you can do this for all sorts of KPIs, ranging from things that are related to contacts, appointments, opportunities, visitor data, emails, calls, conversations, payments. You guys get the point. And all of them have a bunch of categories, so it's kind of hard to run out. And if you don't like a specific category, you can always add another filter or a condition to it. But let's say you're in a place where none of the conditions work out. What do we do from there? If that's the case, there's a couple things that could be available for us, because we can always go to custom metrics, and here we can literally create our metric to actually put into the dashboard. So here's how it works. Let's go ahead and press create custom metric. We're going to do one from scratch. Press select. You can have the metric name be whatever you want, for example X, Y, and Z. Select the data type that you want to have, whether it's an integer or float, percentage, or currency. Let's have it be an integer. Have a little description explaining what it is. And now here's the fun part. You can have an actual formula. So for the specific metrics that we actually looked at, whether it's the visitor data, appointments, opportunities, for example, let's say visitor data, we can go ahead and select it. And let's say we're interested in the count of page views. Let's go ahead and select that. Now we can actually have a formula that's going to do all the fancy math for us. And that number is going to be inputted inside of the dashboard. So now here's the tricky part. Let's go to operators, and let's say we want to divide count of page views by something. So let's go ahead and press divide here. And now we're going to insert another metric. And let's say we want to divide the count of page views by the count of contacts. So from there, it's quite straightforward. Let's go ahead and press on contacts, select count of contact, and bam, that's done. And if we want to go further, you can always go to advanced settings, but that's not necessary in this case. But now check it out. Our custom metric has been created. And if we press on it, we can go ahead and select a specific range for it, press add, and boom, and boom. As you can see, it appears right over here at the bottom. But you guys get the point. On average, the widgets are going to have pretty much everything you need. However, if they don't, you can always add a condition to make them a little bit more spicy. And if those don't work out, you can always create a custom metric in order to tailor this towards your business. So with those 3 levels of defense, you should for sure get of what you're hoping to achieve. If your dashboard is set up correctly, there's no longer going to be any confusion of where anything is. And essentially, it becomes a scoreboard and a guide on how to improve your business. And instead of thinking, gosh, last week was pretty good, you can have quantitative data to actually back it up. And from those numbers behind a custom metric, if we just go ahead and divide those, you can actually have your conversion and show up rates. And that way, your process will be a lot more organized and efficient. So, as I mentioned before, if you guys do want to try out the platform completely for free, feel free to check out the link down below in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this, as it tremendously helps support the channel. Till next time, peace.